Welcome to another video, and in this one we've got a 100 kill game plus, or 100 plus game with the AGM42 on Fjell. The first 100 game I managed to get on Fjell. Took absolutely ages and I didn't think I'd get it with this gun, but let's get straight into explaining my thinking throughout this game. At the start of the game, both teams are going to push straight to the middle flag, and so you want to try get to the middle flag first, same as on Underground, where you want to get to that middle point. You want to get to this middle flag here and hold it for as long as you can. I did die there at the start, and I managed to spawn on C just before they took it, and I've dropped back to this passway just by here, so that I can, if I get overwhelmed by the whole enemy team, because at the moment I am being a one-man army and I'm trying to hold the whole enemy team off myself. So you just want to try stay in the middle of this map at the start of the game for as long as possible and take as many people with you as you can. And the reason I've gone by here is so that I've got a way to drop back if I need to, or to flank towards B and get around the back of all of them if they do overwhelm me. Here I've spawned on D. This is probably the worst decision I've made, and if you are playing this map and you're playing as the German side, never spawn on D flag if you've got other options to spawn, even spawn by E, because this bit in front of me is so open, you have no cover at all. You've got that whole ridge line up there where all the enemies have got perfect head glitches and cover to shoot you. Along the top of the ridge, the enemies can stand along the top and snipe you like I'm getting sniped here. And then you've also got a choke point on the right side where you can get shot from people coming down from B and coming down from C. So it's not ideal spawning but there at all. So this is a good power position here. Enemies have got A, B, and they're taking C. So you know they're going to be coming from this spawn from A. They'll be coming from B towards C. And they're also, obviously you're also shooting straight in behind them on C. So it's, if to maximise the amount of kills you can get, this is a very good position, because you can get the enemies coming from three different ways. You've got C, where you can shoot them all in the back. Yes, they're going to turn around, they will start shooting you, but you've got all the enemies you can see on C. Any enemies coming down from A, and any enemies coming from B. So you maximise, using this position, the amount of potential enemies you will see and have the opportunity to kill. This was a bit of a nightmare scenario here, because I just kept getting tagged, and the AGM is a very, very bad gun, to be fair. It doesn't do any damage. And you'll see, I guess, so many 83 plus hits on enemies and just don't get kills. So now the enemies have taken almost all of the flags. Again, it wasn't going to spawn and go down towards D flag. And E flag, you're constantly getting bombed by planes. So the middle path here is normally the best route to go to avoid most of the planes. Some planes, obviously the more experienced players will still target you here. But if you just hold your position, hold your line here and hold your position, a lot of enemies will just push through and it's easy kills. And it's just a case of waiting here and taking out as many enemies as you can while being patient until you're able to push through and then flank around the back of them on C, or move left and take them out as they go in towards D. And this year I'm going to use one of the spots which I found, or which is just in the game, where you can use this whole ridge line here. You can get up on the ridge, and I'm going to use this to get a height advantage and to take out all the enemies coming towards D flag, and obviously you can see them on C flag as well. So if you want to see how to use spots like this in this game, I've also done a ultimate guide video for all the spots and positions on Fjell, which will 100%, I promise, help you get at least 20 more kills, you know, double your kills in the game if you do use some of these positions.
Sprengladung sind scharf.
Right now we're going to push up through this middle path in the middle of the map. This is also the next best power position because you can see onto B flag. You can climb up where that sniper was there, and you can shoot anyone in the behind who are going to D flag and coming down from C. And you've also got obviously behind me the bridge going across towards A flag. And you can get a flank on them on C flag. So if you hold this position here, you can pretty much shoot all the enemies in the back who are going from B and C to D flag, and you've got the option to run back and flank around them on C and E. Here I've run out of ammo, and so I'm just going to fall back and just try to take out as many as I can with me, with the pistol ammo that I got, and see if I can pick up any ammo. But it's just a case of, I've run out of ammo, I'm just going to keep falling back and just take as many as I can with me, so I'm dropping back, so I can take one of them on at a time, rather than hold my line with just a pistol with 8 bullets, and take on a full squad of them.
Sprengladung bereit, auf!
Same scenario again, holding through the middle and waiting to push through. And I think that this teammate here behind me, my squad, knew I was doing well and finding all the kills, and he was following me and pinching most of my kills, and maybe I got some assists counter kills, but you could see he was literally just following every step and taking the kills. It was quite annoying. Could have cost me the 100 game.
das Ziel dort, macht schon.
But yeah, ultimately, I'm trying to stay behind the majority of the enemies so I don't have to face up to full squads of them when I'm using quite a poor weapon. It's not a good weapon to win 1v1s with. So you want to be basically winning, or not, you don't want to be getting into gunfights basically. So trying to stay behind the enemy and just shoot them when they're not shooting back at me.
Vorwärts! Erobert das Ziel dort!
Here I've managed to get behind the enemies again. I've got onto their flag on B because I managed to spawn on a squad mate there. And as you can see, we've already got C flag, D flag and E flag, so there's pretty much no enemies left to kill behind them. So they're now going to start spawning from A and they're going to start pushing to B. There's 100 tickets left pretty much for each side. I've got a V1 to use. I don't know how many enemies are on B, but I'm just going to chuck it on B and see what happens. But also a well-contained small flag, so hopefully you should get every single person who is on there, as you can see. And obviously they're still going to keep spawning on B, so I've got artillery as well to use. You've seen how many kills I just got with the V1, so the artillery should be able to pick up a few more kills. We'll chuck the artillery on there. That should push all of the enemies up through this pass on the left side here, so I'm going to now head up there and try and cut them off. So I'll have the artillery getting them on one side with my teammates blocking them in, and then they're all going to want to push down this passway here, as there's no artillery taking them out, and I'm going to be waiting for them. But yeah, I think I died. Spawned on C, going to get one final kill here, but that's ultimately the 100 game. Just, you got to use the middle of the map and those two power positions I talked about, and you should be absolutely fine to get the maximum amount of kills you can in this game. If you're using a more powerful weapon, then obviously go in for 1v1s. But I hope you enjoyed the video, and see you on the next one.
Oh, baby, is the game over?